warmer.
Here is not Winston Churchill.
And the Strait of Hormuz, of course, critical for the flow of oil as the war with Iran rages on.
The American allies as the war in the Middle East continues to widen. Also, President Trump's latest threats against Cuba and the biggest races to win, and that he only asked for help to prove that American allies were never going to support the U.S. the way the U.S. Hours, airlines have canceled flights, many government-run hospitals have cut services, and the lack of fuel and working dump trucks has caused trash to pile up across entire neighborhoods. Over the weekend, the energy crisis even sparked a rare violent protest in a communist-run country. Last week, Cuba said it entered into talks with the U.S. in hopes of diffusing the crisis. And the New York Times reports the U.S. is demanding Cuba's president be removed. More than a dozen U.S. presidents dating back decades have opposed Cuba's communist government and have criticized its human rights record. But the U.S. has honored its pledge not to invade Cuba or support an invasion as part of an agreement with the Soviet Union that resolved the Cuban Missile Crisis of 1962. When Trump was asked what a hypothetical military operation against Cuba might look like, he didn't get into specifics, but said, quote, "I can do anything I want with it." Stay tuned. The midterm election cycle continues today with primaries in Illinois. Illinois actually has the most congressional vacancies for a general election in nearly 80 years, since several politicians have decided not to seek re-election. And since Illinois is a solid blue state, many of the winners today will be overwhelming favorites to win in November. The biggest contest to watch is the Democratic primary for U.S. Senate. There are 3 candidates vying for the chance to take the seat that's been held by Senator Dick Durbin for the past week. Daily rainfall records were broken in places like Chicago. The temps are dropping there today. Now it is below freezing. Meals like easy chicken gyros with tzatziki and lemon garlic naan, and pecan-crusted salmon with bacon mashed potatoes. I love knowing I'm feeding my family with exciting, delicious, and nutritious meals, and yet it's still convenient and fun for me. And people really love it. Home Chef is rated #1 by users of other meal kits for quality, convenience, value, taste, and recipe ease. And for a limited time, Home Chef is offering my listeners 50% off and free shipping for your first box, plus free dessert for life. So go to homechef.com/newsworthy. That's homechef.com/newsworthy for 50% off your more. But now that gathering has been postponed. Bank of America has agreed to settle a lawsuit over its ties with sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Some of Epstein's survivors had accused the bank of facilitating his sex trafficking operation, saying it knowingly gave Epstein financial support while ignoring suspicious transactions. The exact terms of the settlement were not disclosed. But this is the third one like it. JP Morgan Chase already agreed to pay out $290 million, and Deutsche Bank paid $75 million. Bank of America has not commented on the latest deal, but that's it for the main news today, so now it's time for Trivia Tuesday, when we ask a different trivia question every week. But first, this episode is brought to you by Blueland. I've tried to be mindful of my plastic use for a while, but now I'm thinking more about how it's not just the stuff we throw away, but also those tiny particles we don't even see, and how they're even in our cleaning products. That's just one of several reasons I've happily switched to Blueland cleaning products, for it has a special offer for listeners as well. Right now, get 15% off your first order by going to blueland.com/newsworthy. You won't want to miss this. Blueland.com/newsworthy for 15% off. That's blueland.com/newsworthy to get 15% off. Okay, now back to Trivia Tuesday. And today's trivia question is, which parts of the body feel the most pain? Listen again next Tuesday for the answer and explanation. Many of you have reached out to us in the last week or so telling us you were not receiving new episodes on the Apple Podcasts app. So I want to let you know that it was unfortunately out of our control, but thankfully, Apple says they have now fixed the issue. So you should now be able to listen on your preferred podcast app, whatever that might be. Thank you so much for sticking with us through this, and keep in mind you can always find our episodes on our website, thenewsworthy.com. No matter how you listen, we are so grateful that we are part of your daily routine.
You need PCmatic. Our default deny technology blocks every single threat that hasn't been pre-approved. If we don't know it, we block it. Secure your return right now. Buy PCmatic antivirus and we will give you PCmatic VPN for free. American-made security for homes, businesses, and government agencies. Visit PCmatic.com.
Fox News, I'm Ted Linder. The Senate is beginning debate on the Save America Act voting bill that requires proof of...
As Congress considers a controversial election bill. And the goals of a new government hiring push barely a year after massive government downsizing. Plus, what was behind a rare fireball seen above several states. How new shipping options work for Amazon customers. and who made history at the shocking World Baseball Classic Championship. Those stories and even more news to know coming up. Welcome to the Newsworthy. All the day's news in less than 15 minutes. I'm Erica Mandy. Thanks so much for being here. Let's do this. The latest attacks in the Middle East have been called the most damaging blows to Iran since the first day of the war. Israeli strikes killed influential Iranian leaders, including top security official Ali Larijani. He was a strong force in Iran's theocracy and was believed to be leading the current war effort. The strikes also killed Gholam Reza Soleimani, who led Iran's powerful plainclothes militia. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says the killings now give the Iranian people the
nasal spray real quick so I can breathe.
Alright, so that was my pull day. I think my last video was pull day too. So back and biceps. But I only filmed that one. It started getting super busy all at one time. But I did, other than what you just saw, I did the bicep machine, 3 sets. I did 2 sets of dumbbell hammer curl. And then I did 2 sets of close grip preacher curl and 2 sets of wide grip preacher curl. But yeah, so it's getting late. It's 8:40, and I gotta get some food. So I'm gonna make. I got chicken, and I'm gonna make some kidney beans, or heat them up. Instead of rice, just beans. Trying to cut my carbs a little bit. And then about an hour later, I'm gonna have a protein shake. Rocky Road from Raw, of course. Use my code JGlenn225, save 10%. They just came out with protein bars that are pretty good. I haven't had the double chocolate. I heard that's the best. That's got like gooey chocolate in it. They came out with a hydration supplement. Yeah. So, anyways, man, I'm trying to think of what I was gonna say. If you made it this far, I appreciate it. I'm just gonna make this food, eat it, and get to bed. I'm exhausted. Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys.